지희야.
고객님?
Welcome back, everybody. Your favorite drama queen here with a new review for Dinner Mate. Let's get into it. I first saw this sassy leading lady, Seo Ji-Hye, and Kim Jung-Hyun, who plays her second boyfriend who dumps her. I saw the both of them in Crash Landing on You. Their characters in that series were initially complex and antagonistic, but before they shifted into this beautiful redemption arc, which was cool to watch. And let me just say, Crash Landing on You was a fantastic series, just all together. Now, fast forward, Dinner Mate was released almost half a year later, and when I began episode 1, I was surprised to see them together again. But then again, I wasn't, because I have noticed the trend in Korean dramas of casting fellow actors in the same projects. I mean, it works. If actors have a good chemistry, it's not a problem. I'm not against it at all. Another familiar face for me was my favorite supporting actor, as I am a cheering fan for supporting roles, y'all. Ko Kyu-pil is back. He too was in Crash Landing on You, and of course he effortlessly adds humor to this rom-com as always. He's usually in the role of a personal assistant, a co-worker, or a eunuch in the period pieces that I've seen. And because I'm such a fan of his, I'm curious as to how he would shine in a leading role. So I checked out his bio recently and saw that he has landed a few main roles in the last 2 years. Definitely interested to see how he performs and what versatility he brings to the screen in those roles. Now, I've gone on a tangent, and I know you're here for the review, so without further ado, let's talk episodes 1, 2, and 3. But before I do, here is your spoiler alert, because I am definitely going to talk specifics about these first episodes. I'm going in on it. So, right now, if you haven't hit the pause button, I assume that you're ready to pull up a seat, and we're going to get into it. Seung-Heon, who plays the psychiatrist Kim Hae-Kyung, is a new face for me. And a warm and welcoming face it is. I'm only 3 episodes in at this point, so I haven't really bonded with the characters too much. As well, he portrays this uptight and closed off doctor very well. Like, I had to roll my eyes at him. Right along with the main character when they were on the airplane, because he needs to relax big time. And because I felt this way, he gets an A+ for being so believable that I was truly absorbed into the drama and emotionally reacting. Like, way to go, Seung-Heon. Stellar acting skills, my friend. Also in this, I am waiting for him to get swept up in love, because he is so standoffish. And giving the rom-com formula, we know it's going to happen, but I am like spitefully wanting him to fall in love. Like, truly, I'm over here on my couch like, yeah, it's coming for you, buddy. You just wait for it. But I will say that his character is still shown to be warm-hearted, thoughtful, as well as gentle, even though he is a bit stuck up. Also, let me note that he is also funny. He is equally hilarious in this. I died laughing in episode 1 because they brought the funny. It's chocked full of little silly things that aren't like cheesy silly, but some good acting and well-written comedy. It's really funny, y'all. And you get it from like all the actors. I'm not just talking about 1 or 2 supporting actors who are there for comedic relief. It's Do-Hee's boss, her co-worker, the homeless guy at the store, Dr. Kim and his nurse/assistant. They're always fighting like siblings. It's him eating all Do-Hee's food on the roof. It's just really cute and lighthearted, and I'm here for it. thus far, that has to be hands down my biggest pro for this rom-com. I LOL'd very loudly, like embarrassingly loud. And I'm glad I was the only one there watching the show at the time. However, laughter is good for the soul. So this show brought me some therapeutic relief. There's nothing like a gut-busting holler. And I was surprised at how frequently I was belting out in laughter. And don't get it twisted, it's not the super cheesy stuff. I feel I need to say that. It's genuinely comical with some very fine acting. Alright, another pro for me is the rawness of this series. Straight out the gate, poor Do-Hee, gets dumped. And it's nasty, y'all. It's so embarrassing. And then Dr. Kim busts his head and gets stranded on Jeju Island. His ex-girlfriend is an evil witch. And I mean, she's so brazen that you have to actually love the way they wrote her character. And the bad part about her is this archetype actually exists in real life, which is pretty scary. She is a depiction of how ladies be out here breaking men's heart in real life. You know, these girls out here, they're confused or lacking maturity. I'm really sorry, fellas. I pray you never meet a Jin-Nol. She's cute, but definitely a deadly assassin. The apex predator, y'all. Watch out for the baddies. Like I said, the series is raw in that regard. But it's just entertainment. Don't get too caught up. It's just entertainment. And on the other side, let me say the depictions of depression, suicidal thoughts, and other mental health issues are tastefully woven into this series. Everything goes down better with a spoonful of sugar. A comedian once explained that satire is one of the highest forms of truth, or a mode for delivery. So great messages on mental health awareness are being brought forth by the writers of this series. I also appreciate the strong female characters in this one. None of them are the stereotypical docile, giddy little girl with a crush, and I have nothing against her. I'm just saying that I appreciate this spin on the woman. This is kind of new for me. I haven't seen a show with this many strong leads. They're all very strong-willed, but not to the point of being man-haters. It's just enough to be confident and successful, yet maintaining some sense of being vulnerable still. So I'm interested to see where the story goes from here with the females. As I said, I am 3 episodes in, and even though I find the show entertaining, there are some drawbacks for me. Yeah, I have some cons here. First of all, it's the pacing. This intertwined web, degrees of separation, I feel like it's too visible way too fast. Whoa. We went from 0 to 10 in just 3 episodes. They hook you in episode 1, and that's great. It's a great introduction. However, it got real chaotic really fast. Honestly, Dr. Kim's mommy's issues popped up. The flashbacks, the exes resurfacing out of the blue. Like, pump your brakes. Come on. Y'all threw too much at me. I'm not an expert writer or filmmaker, but I would like a little more mystery. More time to develop the characters and their backstories without divulging too much up front. You get what I'm saying? In 3 episodes, I feel like the biggest events should have been Do-Hee getting dumped and the feud with Dr. Kim. We could have coasted right there. We got 16 episodes to tell this story, right? It's an upbeat rom-com, but that doesn't mean the storyline progressions has to have these particular events happening so quickly. For instance, the amount of times Dr. Kim and Do-Hee have bumped into each other already, or they missed each other by accident, it's insane. And Do-Hee's ex-boyfriend resurfacing and following her around their old neighborhood hangouts, and then Dr. Kim's ex being photographed by Do-Hee's colleague. This little web of interconnectedness. Woo, child, just slow it down. It's all messy too soon for me. I'm feeling overwhelmed just talking about it. I need more surprises, more slowly. Please, more slowly. But anyways, it's already written. The show's already done. This is just my opinion, as I said. Another area of critique is the usage of food as a healing modality and food or meal sharing as a point of contention. You see the positive and the negative sides of food here. Even though the use of food is giving me the blues right now, like literally, I am interested to know if Dr. Kim actually enjoys the taste of the food more, or if it's Do-Hee's companionship with the meal that makes him gobble down everything. I'm gonna give the writers a thumbs up for making that part elusive, even though I'm feeling a bit estranged with the food usage. Now, Dr. Kim, he doesn't, when they're eating, he doesn't outright do the wow, my stuff, when he eats anything. Not yet anyway. So I get what the writers are going for, but the execution for the food was overt and rushed. As I said, I'm no expert, but it feels sudden. The way we quickly honed in on the food and all the characters are talking about food. Do-Hee's ex starts off the thing telling her he hates eating with her. He has a cafe in Jeju Island. Dr. Kim even counsels in restaurants over meals. He's written a whole book about it. The old man in the restaurant can't eat the steak because he's grieved. Do-Hee and Dr. Kim keep meeting for dinner dates. The homeless man outside the store eats all the leftovers. My goodness. It's too much eating, people. And I do love food. I was a serious foodie in my previous life. But it's too much focus on the gastronomy. Love the concept. Don't love the execution. I feel like motifs, symbols, and themes should flow more effortlessly. But I digress. I feel like I said the word food 100 times. Those are my biggest gripes about this series. Other than that, you can expect me to continue tuning in to see how things pan out for these two broken hearts. That's all I have. This is your favorite drama queen with another review. It's just my humble opinion, folks. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.